Can niggas hear me?
Yeah, but go on mute in between picks though.
Where
Got it.
I need to open up this damn Jones.
We're live, gentlemen. We are live on YouTube. Go on mute in between picks though. All right. All right. Live on YouTube. I'm about to hit the record button now.
This is how I win right here. I'm going to Saquon.
In this draft or the real draft?
I got 1-1.
You ain't gonna say Quan in the real draft, bro.
What do you mean the real draft?
The real draft, bro. September 5th, man.
What pick are you, bro? 7?
Yeah, I'm cool where I'm at.
Man, it's just cool where he's at, dog.
Let me get on the jump, like what the hell? Draft wizard.
Let me know when you would like me to start it.
Got you. I'm about to pull it up on my journal. Hold on.
Yeah, I need to pull it up too. What the fuck? Oh man.
All right, within the category of world.
Draft. Got it. Let's get it. I mean, you ain't automatic?
In about 5 seconds.
All right.
I almost didn't make it here.
You said what, Drew?
I almost didn't make it here.
Stand. If anybody's out there is listening, if you're close friends with our guy Paris over here, it's been a wild ride. But gentlemen, I'm about to start the recording now. We're gonna keep this like a podcast mode, so I'm gonna start off the the pod how we do. So I'm hitting record now. I'm sure you will get the notification. All right, and we're back. Ante Up Consulting presents What's the Line podcast. Got a special podcast for you all this week. Still season 2. Shout out to Sound Man. Still season 2 right now. Today, if you can see, we're live streaming right now on YouTube. What's the Line podcast. Also, we got Ante Up University. We just announced, so we got a college football podcast coming to you all soon. Weekly college football podcast. But today, we're just gonna mock draft fantasy football. Really give you guys the ins and outs of how to like draft your teams at the different positions. As you can see here on our shared screen, we got our guy, Drew up top, me kind of in the middle. Also, I got Mike Curry's in the middle. Keith is towards the end. So we're all over the place. You'll just get our ideology. Shout out to Keith. He won last year's league, won the big money. So we got to give hip hooray to that. But we're all coming for his title. So, or most of us are. Mike's not in the league, so not this year. But so we're just going to give you all our thoughts, a thought process. Round 1s and 2 should be pretty easy, but after that, really gets in depth. So this is what we're here for. Ante Up Consulting, What's the Line podcast, and Keith, I think we're ready to go. Oh no, we're not. Let me introduce you guys. Yo, look at all our guys we got here. First of all, I'm just your host, the meticulous Mark P. We got Drew in the building. How you feeling today, Drew?
I'm here, dog. I'm here.
First overall pick. You're on the clock. You're on the clock, baby.
Oh, okay. Let's start it up.
Sound man, how you feeling today?
I'm good, man. Glad to be back. Feel like it's been a while since we've done anything. Well, at least I've done anything. So, happy to be back, man. Number 7 pick. I'm selling the ranch for whoever in any fantasy league this year, man. Let's go.
All right, Drew, take us to your pick.
Okay, my pick's been pretty simple. I'm rocking with CMC. That's my guy. How do I go? Okay.
You gotta go to suggestions. Top left corner.
Oh, you're looking at key screen.
Oh.
I just picked.
Oh, you just picked. Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely. People are pick. Oh, I'm on the clock. Suddenly I'm on the clock.
Yeah, let's pick my guy.
So picks 2 and 3 were the just computer generated. So I'm now on the clock. Picks 2 and 3 were Dalvin Cook. Take us to your Christian McCaffrey pick though, Drew. You just feel like he's best available?
No, I don't think he's the best player, but I think Saquon's actually the best, personally. But as far as fantasy goes, Christian just gets an incredible workload. He's basically another receiver, especially playing like a PPR. So it probably won't matter that much depending what time of the year you're playing, but especially if you're playing PPR, getting an extra receiver / running back combination hybrid, GOAT man, you can't do much better than Christian McCaffrey. So that's gonna be number 1 pick. The value he gives as a receiver, plus being an elite runner, is unmatched. So.
All right. So Drew takes Christian McCaffrey, number 1. The computer takes Dalvin Cook, 2. Derrick King Henry, number 3 overall. Sorry, Sound Man, can't get him. I am going to go Alvin Kamara at 4 overall, mostly just because, the offense is pretty much going to run through him. There's no Michael Thomas for a little while and early in the season. So I just think they're going to really need him. His numbers are incredible catching the ball as well. He's like another receiver in that aspect. So I'll take Alvin Kamara here, 4. Pick 5 looks like was Ezekiel Elliott. Now we got Mike Curry on the clock. Mike, how you feeling today?
I'm good, bro, man. Thanks for having me, of course, man. It's been a minute.
Absolutely, man. It's always good to have you. And if you don't know, Mike, plug your podcast, please, man.
For sure, man. I do a podcast. I would say not weekly anymore, but like bi-weekly. It's called Curry in the Pot. And I've been doing it for a couple of years now, maybe like 4 years. And I just love to talk about sports. That's my passion. So yeah, you can subscribe, man. It's called Curry in the Pot. You can follow me on IG, Curry in the Pot Podcast. And yeah, man, just check me out.
Yeah, Mike, I'm trying to get on there more, man. I don't have to talk sports lines all the time, man. I could just talk regular headlines. I could talk that too. But you're on the clock right now. Obviously, all running backs have been taken. Who you feeling right now at this 6 overall pick?
I always like to go running back in the first round, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go Saquon.
Saquon, you want to take us through that?
It's kind of, I don't really want to like echo everything Drew said, but I just like having a running back that could do multiple things. Not that Aaron Jones can't do the similar type of things, and I also like Saquon and a bounce back year and just something to prove type of year. So I like that pick right there.
All right, so it looks like Alvin Kamara. Saquon Barkley's off the clock. Sound man, you're on the clock. What are you feeling right here at this pick?
So here is 7, right? Not feeling the vibes. Definitely a Mike Curry enthusiast when it comes to getting that running back early. All the main guys are gone. Aaron Jones and Nick Chubb. Aaron Jones and Chubb are cool, but they're not like the guys I want to take. My strategy this year, honestly, there's a couple of guys on my big board that I want. And right now it's between these 2 receivers here, which is Devontae and Ty Hill. I would love to go Ty Hill right now, but I'm personally going to go Devontae because it's the last dance in Green Bay. Devontae, had endless TDs last year, didn't even play the whole season. So I'm thinking they're going to recreate that. I'm going to just take Tay here over the day.
Okay, all right. Soundman takes who's Devontae Adams, first receiver off the board. The last dance. I don't know how that's going to end up though, but so Shirley, looks like you're on the clock now. Tuba be snapping. Yeah, plug your Instagram, Cheryl. For those, you be snapping, so plug that. You're on mute right now, by the way.
There we go. What it is, what it do. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling today? Tuba be snapping on IG. Follow me, contact me. Let's work. locked in at number 8. So yeah, I feel Omatic with the Aaron Jones being not who you want, Nate Chip, not who you want, but I definitely would love a running back. Jonathan Taylor, way interesting, but I'm just not sure about that Colts offense. So I'm gonna go with some hometown here. I'm gonna pick up Steph. I'm gonna take Steph over Ty, and I think Steph is gonna have a good year. Coming into a new offense, he did well at the end of last season, so I'm going Steph.
All right. So looks like Stephon Diggs off the board. Tuba V snapping. There it is. Second receiver off the board. Now the the computer just looks like took Aaron Jones, Travis Kelce, Jonathan Taylor at 9, 10, and 11. And Keith, you have the next 2 picks. Talk to us. First of all, how you feeling, Keith?
Feeling great. I'm feeling great. Meticulous Mark P. Definitely coming, like as you stated, coming off the championship win. Trying to repeat.
Have we had a repeat? I don't think we have.
I was thinking about that earlier. I can't remember one. If someone did, my apologies. But I think I'm trying to make history here this year.
You're trying to make history. All right. So what are you feeling for these next 2 picks? Talk us through both.
So without going too in depth, I don't want to give too much. It's crazy, but we do it for the listeners. I early in the draft, I definitely don't want to call any of our awesome participants today out, but I definitely don't want to make any decisions with my heart. I heard some people saying they're going with the hometown pick. That's more things I like to do towards later in the draft. Here I'm going to pick 2 people who I mean it's not unfathomable for them to be here, but I do think these are 2 valuable picks with my back-to-back. So I'm going to go Nick Chubb and Tyreek Hill. 2 studs that I would be very surprised if they didn't perform this year.
There it is. So Keith coming with the heat. Got Tyreek Hill and Nick Chubb back-to-back picks. That's definitely great value right there. Tyreek Hill was he number 2 receiver last year, right behind Devontae. And Chubb just got signed the extension. Chubb has only started 35 games, I think, or 37. So he's got still a lot of miles in to run. So next 3 picks from the computer: Calvin Ridley, Austin Eckler, Joe Mixon, in that order. Tuba, you're back on the clock. Who you feeling right here?
Yeah. So right here, I'm going to go for my running back, and I'm going to go ahead and go for Antonio Gibson. I like him coming out the backfield. I like what the Redskins the football team is about to do with the offense. Hopefully, this sounds crazy, but hopefully they can get their quarterback situation together. But I like the pieces that they have. I like the quarterbacks that they have there. They just need to utilize them well. So I'm going Antonio.
All right, takes Antonio Gibson, 2nd round, gets another running back off the board. Overall, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 running backs off the board. 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Omatic, you're back on the clock, Sound man. What you feeling here?
Yeah, sadly, just because of what you said, 12 running backs are gone. I don't have one. Running backs are scarce in this league. There's a lot of pass catchers that's right here that I would love to grab, but I'm not going to be asked out in week 5 searching for a running back. So I'm going to go running back here. Najee is right here as, I guess, the one, but I'm going to go Clyde Edwards-Helaire here just because, I'm not too big of a fan of rookies out here. Kansas City always scoring points. So I'm gonna add Clyde to the team. Unfortunately, I would have loved to took a pass catcher here because there's an array of them just coming down the line right here. But I'm gonna go running back here.
All right, so Soundman goes Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So far, he has Devontae Adams, number 1 receiver in Green Bay, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like he said, he doesn't want to be looking for a running back late in the draft, so he picks one off. Another running back gone. Mike Curry, you're back on the clock. Who you feeling here, man?
Running backs is definitely flying, but I see right here at my pick, I got insane value, and I got to go DeAndre Hopkins. He had a great year last year on a new team, and it was no real offseason last year, obviously, as you guys know. So it's a real offseason this year. another year in that system. I think he's going to produce big time again. So I got to go DeAndre Hopkins. That's insane value right there too.
Yeah, Hopkins was definitely on my board as well, right there. You took him off the clock for me. So here's where we get it, like the interesting part of the draft, right? Because a lot of us play in the same league. We're figuring out what each other would do in this position. As I'm on the clock right now, and I look at who's left. I feel like the top two guys, receivers are gone at this point. Do I want to go running back heavy? Do I want to take Mahomes off the board at this point? The best tight end is gone. I don't know if I'm going to bite on Waller at this point. So me just looking through this, I'm going to keep it honest, and I am going to go, and I'm going to draft Najee Harris, rookie running back out of Pittsburgh. Mostly because I just feel like it's all going to be him. And, we've seen some rookie running backs succeed, and I feel like usually the ones that we've seen succeed are put in this position where they just have the full load. And I think he's going to have that. So going with Najee. All right. Next two picks after that were Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, the computer, of course. Drew, you're back on the clock. It's been a while. What are you feeling with the second overall pick or second round pick for you?
I was really hoping Najee would follow me on this 2-3 turn.
Did I just show my hand?
That would have been love. Now we'll do a little bit of reassessment of the board. We're gonna go AJ. We're gonna go AJ. We're gonna go AJ right here. I think he is especially with Julio being there and AJ kind of being the guy, and Julio's injury history. AJ was poised to have a really nice season. He's a TD guy. I'm high on the Titans offense. I think AJ. I think top three is in the range of outcomes for AJ this year. So I think that's pretty good value game at the end of the second round. And to first pick of the third round.
So far you got McCaffrey and AJ Brown on your team. So at this point, you're still trying to figure out where you're going to go. Mahomes is still on the board. Top
Mahomes
receivers.
is on the board, but I like to grab my QB a little bit later. For people on online joining us today, I wasn't the money last year. So, so just let's put it out there. So I think I'm between Waller right now because I want one of the big three tight ends, and if you don't get one now, I probably won't get it back on my turn. So I'm looking at Waller. I'm also looking at my guy Keenan.
You're definitely going Waller, bro. I know where you're going right now. You're going Waller, bro.
Yeah, I like the running back. The value is a little scarce. I do. People like to make fun of me. So I have a big notepad that I have grades where I'm comfortable taking cats, and it kind of helps me stay disciplined during my draft when people in front of me do things I'm not expecting. I have a third round grade on. Oh, Justin Jefferson's off the board. Wow. Okay.
Justin Jefferson is off the board. Computer pick.
Okay, then I'll grab my guy Keenan, just off the strength. He's my guy.
Keenan Allen. You had him last year too, right?
Oh, for sure. We go back. There goes Pat. Say no more.
All right. So after Keenan Allen, Drew picked Keenan Allen as AJ Brown, Keenan Allen, McCaffrey so far. Mahomes was just picked up by the computer team, J.K. Dobbins as well. Shit, I'm back on the clock. So it's on me now. I definitely would have got Mahomes right there if he was still there. Now I'm definitely looking towards receiver. For me, the two top on the board right here is Allen Robinson, Terry McLaurin. Allen Robinson is set to perhaps have a big year this year with Justin Fields. But Andy Dalton is the current starter right now. And then we'll talk about the other receiver, Mooney, I'm sure later in the draft. But Allen Robinson, I think he's set to have a big year no matter who the quarterback is because he's just the number one target and he actually has a competent quarterback. Terry McLaurin, though, I'm definitely looking at as well here. Just because he's overall, it feels like this is his breakout year with Fitzpatrick, who just targets the hell out of his big receivers. So it's between those two for me right now. As I go any, mini, miny, mo. I definitely think like the upside with Allen Robinson could really like pay off late in the year, possibly with Justin Fields. So I'm going to take him right here at this pick for me with Allen Robinson, just hoping like the upside of week 14, 15 with Justin Fields could really pay off. So I'm taking Allen Robinson here. Sorry, Chuck. All right. So after I just took Allen Robinson, Darren Waller's picked by the computer. Next on the clock is Mike Curry. Mike, who you feeling right here?
Sure, bro. All this fantasy talk. I'm kind of sick. I'm not in y'all league, bro. I need parts, bro. I need parts.
It's a sick league, man. We'll definitely get you in there next year for sure.
Pickle Max slot.
No,
we're gonna do the English PML. The loser is out, bro. That's what we rocking for now on.
How many people in y'all league?
12.
Oh, y'all got 12, man.
Never been last place, Drew. You got me fucked up.
That's all right. On my next pick, I'm looking around. I don't want to reach for a running back. That's cool. I could tell y'all everything because I ain't even in y'all league. But Drew was talking about the big three tight ends, and I can't wait any longer. Waller's gone. Kelsey's gone. I'm going to go and rock with Kittle. I'm going to take Kittle right here.
All right, Kittle. Top 3 tight end. After that, the tight end tier has now gone away. Tier 1 is gone. So Mike Curry right now, he has Saquon, D-Hop, and George Kittle on the squad. Omatic, you're sound man, you're back on the board. What you feeling here?
So just like we were saying earlier, we're all in the same league. We don't like to give up our strategy too much, but I don't think it's a secret that my first 3 picks, I would really like to do running back, wide receiver, tight end in no particular order. I was definitely going to go Kittle here since Waller got scooped up right before. But since, as we just said, the tight end tier just dropped exponentially, I'd be a buffoon not to draft my guy that you were talking about earlier. Obviously, we all know I'm the fans fan, watching the football team forever. Got to get Terry here. Got to get another pass catcher on the squad. Why not pair up, as you said, a guy who's probably going to have a breakout year with Fitzmagic, with my guy Devontae Adams. That's a nice little 1-2 tandem for my receivers. So taking Terry here because why not,
All right, Cheryl, Tuba, you back on the board. Who you feeling here? Stephon Diggs and Gibson drafted so far.
So looking at this board here, I'm going Chris Godwin. I like his usage. He's down there with Tom Brady. Mike Evans, of course, is still on the board here, but I just don't have that much faith in Mike Evans right now. So taking my quarterback a little later, we're going Godwin.
All right. Next 3 picks, Miles Sanders, Chris Carson, and David Montgomery from the computer. So computer taking more running backs there. Next, Keish, you back on the board. So far, Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill. What you feeling?
Wow, I'm actually feeling played by the computer. I definitely took the next 3 people I had on my list in terms of who I was gunning for. I definitely wanted to get another running back in this spot. It's funny, I'm going to double back after everything I just said about taking the Homer's pick. I did like some of the stuff that people were saying before in terms of tiers, and to me personally, the next group of running backs, I'm still looking running back. The next group of running backs are honestly in the same tier to me. I'm talking about a DeAndre Swift, Darrell Henderson, Josh Jacobs, Mike Davis. Some would probably have Swift a little higher. But like I said, I'm gonna go back on something I said before and be a little homer. I'm gonna get Josh Jacobs in the 3rd round, which would be maybe a slight reach, I would say. But I'm gonna do that because I have the consecutive picks, and it's literally just for face value. I'm gonna also get DeAndre Swift back-to-back running backs, and kind of solidify that position early in the draft.
All right. Next few picks, Mike Evans, Josh Allen, Robert Woods, all from the computer. Cheryl, Tuba, back on the clock. Who you about to pick here?
Oh man. Let me look at this board here. I'm doing too many things at once. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we get you.
All right, cool. Oh man. Looking at this board, I can't pass up taking value. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Julio Jones. That's that on that.
All right, he takes Julio, I guess the number 2 receiver at this point in Tennessee. That offense got a really big year though, so nothing. I got nothing against that pick there. Soundman back on the clock. You got Devontae so far, Scary Terry, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 4th pick. Who you got?
Just want to say that I was definitely going to go Josh Allen here. So shout out to Team 10 for taking Josh Allen. I don't like getting the QB in the 4th round, but he had a hell of a year last year. I was going to go him, but I'm not. So I'm going to actually double back to what I said. I definitely like having a tight end. For the sake of this mock draft, I'm going to be the idiot and take Kyle Pitts just to take him. I wouldn't do it in real life, but I'm doing it for the mock draft. I like having a tight end always. I'll probably end this draft with 3 tight ends on the roster just to be that guy. Because you never know what's going to happen with a tight end. They might have a good year, they might not. But I'm going to just go ahead and take Kyle Pitts right here. Get a tight end.
All right, Kyle Pitts, the Wonder Boy tight end, off the board now. Soundman just took him. I know he was definitely on my board right there. So he wasn't about to get back to you, Drew, no matter what. So Mike Curry back on the board. You got a tight end, receiver, and running back so far with Saquon, Hopkins, and Kittle. Who's your next pick, Mike?
On my next pick, I'm gonna rock with Darrell Henderson. Cam Makers went down, so he kind of has he's stepping right into that number 1 back role. And obviously, the Rams got an explosive offense, so yeah, I feel like you can't really go wrong with a Rams running back.
Gotcha. Yeah, I really like that pick with Henderson. Traditionally, Matthew Stafford, when he checks down, is to the running back a lot. So I like that pick. For me, I am back on the clock now. So far, I have Alvin Kamara, Najee Harris, and Allen Robinson. For me, I was actually looking at Darrell Henderson and Kyle Pitts that round. So shout out to you guys for taking that back to back. Now I'm at the point where I'm starting to glance at quarterbacks a little bit. I probably still won't take one, but as I'm in this position and I see just how many running backs continue to come off the board, I'm really kind of, looking at that position. Right now I see Mike Davis, and I think he'll kind of be the lone back in Atlanta. So I'm considering him, but I don't know. I feel like I got a pick coming back up soon. But yeah, I'm going to take Mike Davis here with this pick. So another running back off the board. Next 2 picks, computer, Kyler Murray and Amari Cooper. Drew, you back on the board.
Okay, yeah. So this is where it helps to have your kind of pre-draft grades, because when all of your guys start going right before you, it's easy to get in scramble mode. With the back-to-back picks, let me look at my sheet. I was sick. Mike Davis is going because I think he's one of the true 3-down backs in the league to also offer receiving value.
Had a lot of receptions last year with Carolina, and
I think he's going to do the same this year as well. Let me look at and I really wanted Kyler right there on the 4 or 5 turn, so that's upsetting. So let's go back.
And Drew does have the next 2 picks.
Yes, I do. I'm buying the talent of ETN right here. I think he offers pretty good value. I'm gonna go ETN and Gaskins back to back right here.
Whoa, ETN and Gaskin back to back. Running backs continue to come off the board.
I think Gaskins too good to not sew up that spot in Miami. I'm buying the talent. I'm buying Flores coming out in support of Gaskins recently, and if to have him as my flex, I've got a nice 3-down back with the upside ETN. With McCaffrey, obviously, and 2 wide receiver ones, I'm feeling pretty good.
All right. So there he is. The next, so he took Travis Etienne and Myles Gaskin back to back. Adam Thielen and Tyler Lockett were the next two taken off the board from the computer. Me here, this is a tricky pick. But it's not too tricky because I'm looking at one of the guys on the board and receivers. And I just really like what Cooper Kupp did a few years ago in this offense. And now he has a more competent quarterback. So I'm going to take Cooper Kupp here just because of the upside I think can be incredible. So I'll take Cooper Kupp here. Next pick was DJ Moore, wide receiver out of Carolina, and Mike Curry's back on the board.
That's wild. They just took my pick. That's wild. Damn, I gotta pivot real quick.
Take your time. So I'll review your picks so
Wow.
far. Mike Curry is at Saquon, DeAndre Hopkins, George Kittle, starting tight end out of San Francisco, and Darrell Henderson, running back out of LA Rams. So this is his next pick. A lot of receivers starting to come off the board now. Last four picks: Adam Thielen, Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp, and DJ Moore. Mike Curry's on the board.
Damn, that's a little wild. I'm glad this ain't for real. I'm gonna take Brandon Ayuk. I like what he was able to do last year. I just mess with him as a player. I like all the 49ers skill guys, but I like Brandon Ayuk. I'm gonna take him there.
Yeah, and how about that? I just want to speak on that. As far as the people that are looking out there, fantasy football, maybe it's your first or second year playing. Second year receivers tend to have a big leap. Brandon Ayuk is one of those out there that could potentially do that this year. And Salman back on the clock. So far, Devontae Adams, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Scary Terry, and Kyle Pitts have been selected. Who are you going with here? Because you only got one running back, so I'm curious.
Yeah, I only have one running back. I'm definitely looking at that. I think round 5 is a very important round in fantasy football. This is kind of when people are thinning out, and it's like these picks can make or break you. Right now, I do only have one running back, but I don't like the running backs that are here, and I don't think, if I grab one now, same guy could probably be there on my turnaround in 6. I think right here could be a good spot to solidify like my pass catchers at this point. I can get another guy, or right here I can reach and get the quarterback that I really want, since the ones that I wanted are pretty much gone. So right now, James is in a flux right now. I don't know what I want to grab or who I want to grab, but for the sake again of said mock draft, I'm gonna just go ahead and draft my guy, Mr. Moonball himself.
Russell Wilson.
He will be in Landover a day before my birthday. I will go see him play football. I'm gonna just go ahead and get Russ in the 5th round.
This is the fan talking. This Absolutely. Is the fan sound man. All right, so he goes Russell Wilson, quarterback off the board. Shirley too, but you're back on the board. Who you feeling here?
Running backs are scarce. I'm going Kareem Hunt.
Yep, Kareem Hunt. So he gets his second running back so far. He has Antonio Gibson and Kareem Hunt, pass catcher Stephon Diggs, Chris Godwin, and Julio Jones. The next 2 picks off the board, or next 3 from the computer, Mark Andrews, Deontay Johnson, and Dak Prescott. Keith is back on the board. Next 2 picks. Keith, what you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm getting shafted again. Kareem Hunt, Deontay Johnson were ideal picks for me at this turn. I was really crossing my fingers, hoping I'd be able to secure one. So right now I'm looking at it, and just in terms of value, I know I bring up the tiers again. This is someone who I think is going to have a quote unquote breakout year. He definitely had a very strong year last year. And I think it would be wise of me to get a safe pick here at this position, shore up the tight end position, and get TJ Hawkinson on the turn. And then I'm going to double back, just thinking about my lineup and who I can actually start week to week. I'm going to draft a player here that has proven to produce no matter who's throwing the ball. And I think it'll be good for him to get Joe Burrow back, T. Higgins.
All right, so pass catcher so far for Keith now, T. Higgins, TJ Hawkinson. Those are his last 2 picks, as well as Tyreek Hill. And his running back so far, Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs, and DeAndre Swift. Next 3 picks by the computer: Kenny Golladay, Odell Beckham Jr., and Jamar Chase. Tuba back on the clock. Kareem Hunt, last pick. What you think in this one? Byron. Let's give
My
him.
bad, you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, man. I feel Keith's showing up his tight end position. So I am going with Noah Fant. I think that Denver offense is going to be pretty shifty this year. I think he'll be a big part of it.
All right, he goes Noah Fant, gets his tight end off the board. Tight ends now starting to come off the board a little more. That tier 2 is starting to see pop up. Soundman back on the board.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go running back here. As we all know, they're all gone. You're not getting that. I mean, you're getting a solid running back at this point. Nothing too crazy though. Personally, I'm gonna just go Raheem Mostert, just because San Fran, they love to run the ball. This guy's injury prone though, so we just hope for the best here. We hope he outperforms this pick at this point. But I need a running back at this point. We're in round 6, only got one guy, so we got to get a running back here. I'm taking Raheem.
All right, he goes with Raheem. He goes with the guy he knows, Radio Raheem. Mike Curry, you on the board. What you thinking?
Yeah, people is flying off the board. Like Soundman just said, running backs is coming off, but I'm about to take a rookie running back who I like, Javonte Williams. He got drafted in the 2nd round. You don't really draft. Well, at least I don't think the Broncos are going to draft a running back that early unless they're going to really use him. So I think he's going to do numbers this year. So I'm going to take Javonte Williams.
All right, and so Mike picks Javonte Williams, Denver running back, 2nd round pick. Do want to note that Melvin Gordon is dealing with, I believe, a groin injury right now. So
He's always banged up.
Yeah, so Javonte's stock is rising currently. Chase Claypool was the next pick to be taken, wide receiver out of Pittsburgh by the computer. Me, it's no doubt here. I'm going Aaron Rodgers. I'm just thinking, last dance. Quarterbacks are thin right now, so I'll go with Aaron Rodgers here. I feel like maybe he'll give me 300 points this season. So going with Aaron Rodgers. Next 2 picks are James Robinson and Chase Edmonds from the computer. Drew's back on the board.
The Edmonds hurt. Okay. Wow. Did we talk about CeeDee Lamb going to the 2nd round at the 2-8?
Nah, I don't think we mentioned that.
Bro.
No.
Wow. Okay. That just surprised me just reviewing the board. Okay. Let's get back to the handy dandy list.
And so far, Drew has McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, and Myles Gaskin as his running backs, Keenan Allen and AJ Brown as his 2 receivers.
Okay.
So I thought the CD at 2-8 was a reach.
Yes, but I mean he is like that. I just didn't project him going at the 2-8 spot. But I'm not mad. I don't hate it. I wouldn't have done it, but I don't hate it. He's that guy. Going wide receiver. I think people are sleeping. My boy Robbie. I'm gonna scoop him right there. Match
Robbie Anderson back with Sam Darnold this year.
Back with Sam Temple Jets. That's my guy. I think his range of outcomes are projected way higher than the 7th round. I think it's pretty good value. And because I'm on the turn, I'll go ahead and get another one of my guys. Or will I?
As far as position here, you got 3 running backs and 3 receivers so far.
Yeah, we're about to get another receiver, I think. I think we reached a little bit for T Boyd right there, but I'm pretty high on him. I just want to make sure I get him in the squad.
All right, so Drew goes Tyler Boyd. Next 2 picks from the computer are Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. I'm back on the clock as I look at my team. I have 3 running backs, 2 receivers, and a quarterback. So I can go any way here. I feel like I'm pretty well positioned. I don't want to reach for a tight end at this point because it gets sticky if you get past those top 3. So it's looking like receiver, running back for me. Considering the guys on the board right now at running back, I'm actually going to go Damian Harris just because I feel like he could, do some damage, especially if they're running that Cam offense because they're just going to run the ball so much and probably lead the lead in rushing. So I'm going to go Damian Harris here. I think he has some upside. I do worry about the touchdowns, with Cam being there, but I think he's the type of guy that can get you 100 yards a game. So I'll take those 10 points at the flex. Next pick was Michael Carter, Jets running back, 3rd round pick, I believe. 3rd round pick. Mike Curry's back on the board. Mike, who you feeling here?
QBs are starting to fly. But I'm gonna go Tom Brady right here. Year 2 in that system with those weapons. I feel like I can't really go wrong right here. So I'm gonna go Brady.
All right, he's got the GOAT, Tom Brady. So Mike Curry now has his quarterback. Soundman back on the board. Last pick was Raheem Mostert. Who you feeling this one?
Yeah, at this point, just looking at my team and looking at, the running back situations of the world, I'm probably just going to stockpile pass catchers probably the rest of the draft for me. For the skill players, period, probably not going to go running back no time soon. So I'm just probably going to go all pass catchers. Personally, I'm thinking this guy's going to have a pretty good year. Deebo Samuel, kind of banged up last year. Obviously, we know what the Niners do on offense. They obviously line this guy up every single way they can. I think, full season from him this year. I think he'll be good fantasy wise for me. So I'm going Deebo here.
All right, Soundman goes Deebo Samuel. It must be said that the offense played much better when Deebo was on the field last year. Tuba back on the board. Cheryl, who you feeling on this pick?
Yeah, it's about time for me to secure somebody to throw the ball. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right here. Shit.
So right now, quarterbacks on the board. We see Tannehill, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford. Top 4.
And
Looks like.
so I would really love to take Jalen Hurts. I feel like he's gonna have a good season. But Joe Burrow is also still on the board. We have Justin Herbert here, who's also 15-1. I'm gonna go.
What about absorption?
All right, there we go. I don't know what. It was a lot going on. But he just went. Who did he go? He went Ryan Tannehill. Well, no, he went Justin Herbert, and Ryan Tannehill was the next pick by the computer. Michael Thomas and Brandon Cooks follow. Keys is on the board next 2 picks.
Oh my goodness. Literally every round it happens. Team 9 is killing me. Team 9 is killing me. Team 10 is killing me. Oh God. I was gonna be the guy to pick Michael Thomas on this back-to-back. I thought it was just good value. Kind of just use the chance to gloat and say, I can afford to do this. I'm securing my picks, but I mean, I don't get to do that anymore. So I'm just gonna pick someone. I would like to get some more reassurance in terms of pass catchers. So on the double picks, I'm gonna go for 2 pass catchers here to take some suspense out of it. I'm just looking at my options here. So I'm gonna go for 1 home run pick and 1 person that I think is a solid producer. I'm gonna go with Devontae Smith as well as Jarvis Landry.
All right, so Keith secured 2 more pass catchers. DJ Chark, Ronald Jones, Juju. Next few taken by the computer. Tuba back on the clock. Who you got?
Yeah, the computer is bugging. I'm gonna have to, because I want to pass catcher too, and it's like, why would you leave this guy on the board right here? A little crazy, but he's down there with Tom Brady, so I'm gonna have to take Antonio Brown.
All right, Antonio Brown. That's definitely a lot of some potential high upside right there with AB. So AB is now off the clock for Cheryl. Soundman back on the clock. Who you got, Soundman?
I literally just looked up. I didn't even notice that DJ Chark was gone. I was definitely gonna go him if he was here. I'm still, like I said, I'm going pass catcher heavy. That's what I'm going at this point in the draft. I'm actually gonna run with a guy that I had last year in our league, a rookie. Um, kind of under the radar guy. He was a little banged up too as well, but he's got T Law thrown to him now. So see if he can, build on his year of last year and have a better year this year. Laviska Chenault, he can come back to the squad, man.
All right, Laviska Chenault, Jacksonville wide receiver, last pick by Soundman. Mike Curry back on the clock.
I think Soundman gonna like this pick. I know this receiver been banged up like during the early part of camp, but he just got off the pup list, and him being banged up doesn't really concern me, considering he knows the Scott Turner system. So I like Curtis Samuel. I'm gonna be the first pick off my bench, and he could slide into that flex spot here and there. So I like that pick.
Yeah, I think that's very well said from Mike. That's a big deal. Coordinators are a really big deal in fantasy football. Like when new coordinators come in, teams, positions start to get better. So like you gotta always like peep the coordinators and positions. So stuff like that matters. Me right here, just the way I play fantasy football, I'm not really gonna. Will Fuller's on the clock, but he's suspended, I believe, first 4 games. Looking at tight end, I told you guys I'm not the type to reach for a tight end. So I'm going to take actually another running back, Trey Sherman out of San Francisco. I know Raheem has the crown right now, but like I said, towards the end of the year, you can get guys that, week 14 to 15 to really just take over, like we saw Raheem Mostert do 2 to 3 years ago. So I might have that guy here, and if I'm making a playoff run, he might really be able to secure me with that Shanahan running system. So I go Trey Sermon, Marvin Jones, Will Fuller, next 2 picks. Drew's back on the board for the next 2 picks.
Okay. Let's see where we at with it. Let me assess the squad.
Yep. So far, he has, what is this? Is this 3 each? No, four receivers, 3 running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 8th and 9th pick.
I think we can get the guy later. Let's see, in the 8th and 9th. I would love AB right here. Oh my gosh. Okay, 9. I think we go.
For those just listening, AB is currently off the board. So.
Yes. Okay, I think we go. I'm gonna give my guy right here. I think he's poised. I think his ADP is much lower than what he may produce this year. He scores touchdowns, but I think he's going to get hurt at some point and piss me off. But I'm going to rock with Mike Will for now.
Goes Mike Williams, wide receiver from the LA Chargers.
Pick, Drew.
Okay.
And who are you thinking with this next one right to follow?
I think I might round out the line with Logan Thomas right here.
You're lucky. That was my next pick.
I was looking at Goddard, but Ertz is still in town. It's a little too muddy for me, especially with So I'm gonna hitch my sales to a better QB with in the one tight end system and grab Logan Thomas right here.
Yep. So Logan Thomas is a good pick. He was actually next on my board if he was not taken. Next 2 running backs, we're just taking Leonard Fournette, James Conner. I have a ton of running backs, need more pass catchers. But as I look around, like I continue to say I'm not going to reach for certain players. So I actually think that, there's still some value with, a running back on the board. Dallas Goedert, I'm really not willing to take that, to bite that bullet. So this is, the round that I usually kind of get stumped on, but to save time, I am actually going to keep it going here, and I'm going to take Michael Pittman Jr. right here. Just I think he could just turn out to be the number 1 receiver in that system, no matter who the quarterback is. So this is one of those, I just think he got a big upside later in the year. So I went Michael Pittman, David Johnson taken next by the computer. Mike Curry back on the clock.
All right. I thought you was gonna take the person I'm about to take, but I'm gonna go Michael Gallup here. I think all three of the Cowboys receivers can personally go crazy this year. So, and he's also in a contract year, so I like that too. So I'm gonna go with Michael Gallup.
All right, that's a nice pick, Michael Gallup. Yeah, usually I just try to stay away from Cowboys, Mike. I don't think I've ever had a Cowboy in my squad. Omatic, back on the clock. What you feeling here?
Yeah, like I said, pass catchers is what I'm gonna do. Just like you, P, I had Logan Thomas in my draft board for this round. Drew definitely scooped him up. I'm gonna still go tight end here. I'm gonna go Big Bob Tunyon. He had 11 tugs last year. I'm personally not a fan of having um, multiple pass catchers on the same team on my team via Devontae Adams and Big Bob Tunyon, but I'm go ahead and rack up some pass catches here, and hopefully, again, last dance, man. Throw some more tugs to Tunyon again, and he on squad, man.
All right. Cheryl, back on the clock. What you thinking here? You're on mute if you don't know.
My fault. I'm gonna go with a running back here. I would really. I think I'm gonna go with Gus. He always falls forward. You can't go wrong with Gus.
He only falls forward. That's correct. Shout out to Gus Edwards. So Tuba just picked Gus Edwards, Devontae Parker, Rams defense. The first defense off the board now. Jalen Waddle. Next 3 picks by the computer. Keith got the next 2 picks. He's on the board.
Yep, and I'm definitely picking for value here. I think it's just time that I go ahead and actually I'm not going to pick for value here. I'm going to pick for my squad again and kind of wait later. I'm looking at there's only 2 quarterbacks left on the board that I would feel comfortable with rolling into the next season with. So I'm going to get one that I'm a little more bullish on. I like Jalen Hurts, but I'm just going to go and get Stafford. I like the weapons he has out in LA, and losing Cam Akers, I feel like it will make them a little more inclined to pass the ball. And then I'm just going to get some insurance here. I don't know what we're going to do here. I picked Jacobs early. I'm going to get Kenyon Drake just as a handcuff. They also may end up using him a little more than I expect.
All right, so Keith goes Stafford and Kenyon Drake. Right after that, Darnell Mooney is taken off the board. Corey Davis, and then Latavius Murray as well. Cheryl, back on the clock. What you think?
Mute first. Yeah, I'm also mute this time. So I'm going pass catcher. Now, shit. Man. All right, I'm going Miko because I had him last year and he started producing at the end of the year. And being in that offense with Patrick Mahomes, I think he's going to flourish this year. But Henry Ruggs is hard to pass.
A lot of potential upside. So he goes with McCole Hardman there, receiver out of Kansas City. And guys, let's get through these next few picks. I mean, it's mock. So Soundman back on the board, 10th round.
Yeah, I've been saying pass catcher. I'm gonna go running back, but he's also essentially a pass catcher. Fan going JD McKissick. We dumped down in Washington. Fitz likes to throw it, but I still think we dump it down. So let's just get a quote unquote running back on team. Give McKissick here.
All right, he goes JD McKissick. Mike Curry back on the clock.
I was going to take JD McKissick too, but I like another running back that could pass catch. I'm going to go Naeem Hines.
Yeah, I'm back on the clock now. Next 2 picks were Neiman. He said Neiman Himes. Pittsburgh Steelers was the next pick. Me, I mean, I just see value right here. I potentially have a starting running back in Zach Moss, so I'm taking him off the board. I'll have endless running backs. I don't care. Next 2 picks: Philip Lindsay, Rashad Bateman from the computer. Drew's back on the pick. Drew's back on the board.
Okay.
Okay, defining the beam side.
Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna grab my QB right here on the turn, just because I want to solidify that. I don't think he may not be here when I get back. Grab Jalen Hurts right here.
All right.
QBs, I don't love his arm, him as a quarterback, but running back, quarterbacks that also value with their legs can win you fantasy leagues. So I like that right there. And now I'll double down with the Eagles. No, what am I doing? Man, I'm not feeling that. Does anyone see? Oh, Darnell Mooney's gone. Okay.
Yeah, Mooney's gone. Yeah. I mentioned him.
My fault. So I'll just double back and get Russell Gage right here.
Oh, Russell Gage was on my board. So shout out to you for taking him there.
Thanks.
Yeah. Marquise Brown went next. I was also looking at Marquise Brown. So I'm actually going to keep it sweet and short. Like I said, I believe in second-year receivers. Derek Carr doesn't have his deep target from last year. They expect Henry Ruggs to step up. So I'm going to take Henry Ruggs, second-year receiver out of Vegas. Elijah Moore taken next by the computer. Mike Curry back on the clock.
Computer just took my pick. I'm about to take somebody that had a really good year, kind of quietly, but Cole Beasley, he had a really good year last year with Josh Allen. He had almost 1,000 yards and like 80 catches. So I'm gonna take Cole Beasley.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was curious if he was on anybody's board. He's non-vax. He's not going to get back. He's just out here. So God bless him, though. God bless him. I got nothing against that. Soundman back on the clock.
All pro Cole Beasley. I'm gonna just go ahead and just take a defense here. I've seen some defenses go. I'm gonna go ahead and solidify one. I'll take the reigning Super Bowl champs here.
All right. Takes Tampa defense. Cheryl back on the clock.
I'm gonna go past Tampa. I'm gonna go ahead and go T.Y.
He goes T.Y. Hilton, Indianapolis wide receiver. Washington football team. Devin Singletary, Tony Pollard taking next 3 picks by the computer. Keese is on the board, next 2 picks.
At this point in the draft, I'm definitely just picking for value. If I didn't have who I have on my squad, I like Dallas Goedert here. I don't like where he's getting drafted, but he has slipped in this draft specifically. But I'm not gonna go Goddard here. And more in line with the theme of second-year receivers. Shout out to Soundman. I'm gonna go Jalen. And then another just value pick, as you say, he could potentially just be the every down back here, albeit on a bad team, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go Tevin Coleman, bringing the coordinator over as well. You mentioned that.
All right, so Keese goes Jalen Reagor, second-year receiver. That's a theme this podcast. And Tevin Coleman, next 3 picks by the computer. Tyler Higbee, Nelson Aguilar, and Jamison Crowder. And now Cheryl back on the board.
Yeah, I'm going with Sunshine.
Ooh, he goes to Trevor Lawrence, another quarterback. So I'm not mad at that pick. A lot of value there. Potentially late in the season, like we spoke of previously. So he goes to Trevor Lawrence and Soundman back on the board.
I'm gonna take Emmanuel Sanders here just for the Cole Beasley factor, just in case he, might miss a couple of games. Vegas telling people that you got to be vaxxed to even come to the game. Therefore, a guy like him can't even play. So, Sanders is here in Buffalo now. We know what Josh Allen did last year. So, if Cole can't go, Sanders is number 2 at that point. So I'll go Emmanuel here. Injury prone, though, so that's something to worry about. But pass catchers,
right,
man. Let's rack them up.
Emmanuel Sanders by Soundman. Mike Curry back on the board.
It's low-key been a little run on defenses, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the Ravens defense.
Oh, this guy Mike keeps stealing my picks. No. All right, so that makes me reevaluate where I'm at this point. I kind of see some other defenses, but I'm less interested in. So I am playing for value here. Well, there's a couple more rounds. So as I just look through all the everybody left, I'm either gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. Do I even have a tight end yet? I don't have a tight end, so I will draft a tight end here. It's either Magic Mike or Dallas Goedert. 2 tight end system, 3. I'm actually gonna go Irv Smith here, the number 1 tight end in Minnesota. Next 2 picks: Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry by the computer. Drew's back on the clock.
Okay. Yeah, so a couple of my guys I had pinned for this turn just went. So I'm gonna grab. I saw at this point in the draft. I'm just for value, guys. I think guys that could pop. Especially if something happened to the starter. So I really like AJ Dillon right here. I'm gonna grab AJ, and then I will double back with. Did anyone see what is the cat from Bama that's on Minnesota tight end?
Oh, I just took Irv Smith.
Oh, Irv. Oh my guy.
I just took Irv. Yeah.
My fault. Damn. Okay. Sheesh. So let's go. I'll grab another tight end right here. That's the guy I think that can be very interesting. I'm interested in how the Patriots use him. I'm gonna drop Jonnu Smith right here.
All right. And then after that goes, so Drew goes Jonnu. After that goes Alexander Madison, Mike Gesicki. I do want to say six tight ends in the last 15 picks. So did want to point that out. And I'm back on the board right now. As I look around, I'm personally not going to reach for one of these defenses, especially if I could just find some value. I see James White is on the board, and somebody was yelling at today from Eagles camp, check down Cam. So, I think that's interesting. I'm actually going to go guy who's not in the suggested players, Marquez Callaway. He's going to be potentially the number one receiver to start the year in New Orleans. So it's a bit of a stretch there, but I mean, at this point, it's all about value. So I just feel like he could potentially get off to a good start in the year. So I go Marquez Callaway. Traquan Smith goes next, the other New Orleans receiver by the computer. Mike Curry back on the board.
I'm about to start this run on kickers. I'm gonna take Harrison Butker. Chiefs put up numbers, so yeah.
I forgot this was a kicker draft. We don't have kickers in our actual draft, Mike. We don't do. We do two flexes, no kicker.
Yeah, I'm just taking kicker. Why y'all got no kicker though? I'm just curious, and for the people, let them know why.
I feel like we just did this is our second year with no kicker, I think, and it was just like, yo, what are we counting on kickers for? Like, I don't know. I love it though. I love no kicker. Soundman's on the board though.
Yeah, I'm back. Just filling out the roster at this point. Let's see who's in my queue. I don't even have anyone left in the queue. Probably just again get another pass catcher. I'm not feeling guys. Actually, there is a guy left in my queue. I said I'd probably leave this draft with 3 tight ends. So fuck it. We just gonna go ahead and get a third tight end. Let's keep the party going. He's still alive. Gronk spike us, man.
He goes Rob Gronkowski. Cheryl back on the clock.
Yeah, let me refresh. But hold on. I'm going past catcher. I am going Christian Kirk. If I can get some. Yeah, I'm going Christian Kirk.
All right, he goes Christian Kirk. I'm liking Shirley's late picks. I mean, there's a lot of potential upside with Kirk being that number 2 receiver, a lot of attention on Hopkins. Rashad Penny, James White, Marlon Mack go to next 3. Computer, Keith's back on the clock.
Yeah, I forgot it was a kicker league too. So I can't get 2 players. I have to save room for a defense and a kicker. Last pick here. I'm going second-year receiver. Had a great first year secretly. Touchdown machine. Should be a high-power offense again. Gabriel Davis. So I'm going to go defense before kicker for sure, and I'm just going to get the 49ers defense.
All right, 49ers defense. Patriots defense goes after that. Randall Cobb, Joe Burrow. Cheryl back on the clock. Second to last pick.
Since we are drafting defenses and all of that, yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas City. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
All right, he goes Kansas City defense. Oh, Soundman back on the clock. What you thinking?
More pass catchers here. It's just like who? There's just so many guys. I mean, at this point, you're just taking a guy and hoping for the best. I actually know who I do want to take, and it's just because he's a Michigan man. They've been saying he's having the best camp in Cleveland, so I'm gonna go Donovan Peoples-Jones here. Just
I'm not mad at that pick either. Baker Mayfield seems to like throwing the ball up towards Peoples-Jones. Mike Curry back on the clock, second to last pick.
I'm gonna do a pick that you're gonna like. I'm gonna take Juba Hubbard. I think Carolina might use him and McCaffrey, so I like that pick right there.
All right, so he goes Chubb. Is it Chuba? Chuba. It is Chuba. Chuba Hubbard. And then Kirk Cousins goes next. I'm gonna take Justin Tucker just because he doesn't miss, and this is a kicker draft. So Justin Tucker for me. Greg Zuerlein goes next. Indianapolis Colts defense. Now Drew's back on the board.
Yeah, so I didn't realize I totally forgot to take a draft as well. So make sure you do your homework when you're looking, know the rules of the draft before you start drafting. And also, please don't do what I did. When you have one of these top running backs, it's probably should behoove you to get one of their handcuffs. So Chuba is the handcuff from McCaffrey. He's gone. So I don't like that. So I'll go defense kicker here from the last two picks. If it was not a kicker draft, I would have actually went Kenneth Gainwell and Damian Williams here. I think at this point in the draft, you're looking for, especially at the running back position, because of so many injuries, you're looking for people that can step in the starters roles, keep with the same offense. And,
I hate to burst your bubble, but you need a defense as well.
Yeah, no, I'm going to kick defense.
Damn, that's a L.
Yeah, I'm going. The Bills are in the same division as the Jets, so I'll grab that for 2 games a year. And I'll go with the Young Ho. That's my guy.
Damn, that was my pick.
Nah, that's my guy.
Goes with Young Ho.
That was my guy too. I can't even lie.
So for me, last pick, I got to pick a defense here. Although, I mean, sometimes you get a negative performance out of a defense. So if you don't want to get a D, I don't know. But this late in the draft, I'm actually going to go. It's either between Denver or Miami defense for me. I like Denver's defense, but they got to go against Justin Herbert and Mahomes 4 times a year. So I'm going to go Dolphins defense. Last pick in the draft for me.
And Derek Carr.
Oh. But yeah, so I go Dolphins. Tyler Bass pick next. Buffalo kicker. Mike Curry is on the board. Last pick.
I ain't even getting no backup QB, so my last pick is going to be Baker Mayfield.
He goes Baker. Omatic on the board. Soundman, last pick.
I need a kicker, allegedly. I don't know.
They're saying you need a running back, but
I mean, I'll find one during the season. Bro, just give me the best available kicker at this point, man. Super Bowl champion.
Suck up.
Man, I'm taking Prater. My bad.
Taking Prater. Prater's off the board. Last pick was Cheryl. And it's all kickers. Will Lutz, Blankenship, Nick Folk. Keys, last pick in the draft. Who are you taking?
I'm actually going to go Evan Ingram here and stream kicker.
Wow. Evan Ingram did not take a kicker. Did not. So Keys goes Evan Ingram did not take a kicker, and there it is. Anybody want to release these draft grades? What did you guys get? I got a B plus, 89 out of 100.
Yeah, I definitely got to see mine.
Got the low B, but I didn't take a kicker. So.
Any more? Omatic, what'd you get? Soundman, talk to me.
I got a C minus 71 out of 100. I don't know about Soundman.
Omatic's at grade his ass, I'm sure.
I got a D minus.
Oh,
Yeah, you're so high.
There it is. The D minus. What'd you get, Drew?
Got a 92 A minus.
All right, Mike. What's your grade looking like?
Got 73 out of 100. I got a C.
All right. Look like me and Drew. They're saying me and Drew got it. I don't know.
Closing the gap on Keys' ass this year.
Man, let the people them projections don't matter, bro. You be copping people off the waiver wire, bro. them projections don't mean nothing, bro.
Yeah, it's nice to get the fourth pick. I never get the fourth pick. It's always 9 or 10 for me. So this was nice. This was cute. But now back to my regularly scheduled program at 10. But thank you all, gentlemen, for hopping on, doing this live stream. And yeah, here we out of here. Ante Up Consulting, What's the Line podcast. Tune in for Ante Up University coming to you Fridays very soon. And